it's difficult to stand before you. Clearly, I'm the emotional sister. You're not as strong as my sisters, but. An attempt to honor my father in words. It's never easy to capture someone in speech, as words fall short of capturing my father's true essence. In this instance, they fall short, far below the mark. It's almost impossible to try. But before I attempt, I'm going to ask that each of you standing here sing the first two verses of one of my father's favorite songs, Amazing Grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to feel. 'Twas grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. This seems so unreal. You're never prepared for the death of a loved one. This has actually been a complete shock. Many people have passed by and shared their thoughts about my dad this past week. One of the most common adjectives used to describe my dad was intense. I guess I had never realized how passionate he was in every way. Then I started to think. While I was in middle school, I decided I wanted to learn to play volleyball. So after making the team, my dad decided to build an entire volleyball court, buy me 12 volleyballs, and even borrowed a shopping cart from one of the supermarkets. I remember asking my dad for new soccer cleats, and instead of buying me one pair, he brought me 2 pair home, because he didn't want me to have to wear them wet. This is the type of dad that we were privileged to have. One of my fondest memories with Dad was showing and breeding German Shepherds. He even got a stadium-type light and cemented it into the yard so that I could practice at night. I will never forget all the trips around the country for shows and to pick up dogs. He made sure his girls were comfortable. He built a TV stand, and he even had a porta potty in the back for us so that he wouldn't have to stop so often. He loved his parents intensely. He took care of them with so much pride and honor. He took care of them with so much kindness and love. Anything they needed, he was there. My dad was passionate and loved my mom intensely. He brought her coffee in bed every single morning. He always made her feel safe and secure. He loved her deeply and always made her feel wanted. He even took on her to-do list without too much complaining. We called him La Varita Mágica because he could do anything. My dad was amazing. He loved me intensely, and I loved him. As you all know, I'm the middle child, but only with a little bit of middle child issues. There's a song that reminds me so much of my relationship with him. The chorus goes, "You say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, you say I'm yours. My father loved me regardless of my mistakes and flaws. He would share in my good and my bad days. My dad was proud of me, even when I wasn't proud of myself. He loved my girls. He was always there for Maya's basketball games, award ceremonies, school events. One year Maya decided to do a fun raiser at school. It was called the Fun Run. It was to raise money for children and families of military. Maya's goal was to do the maximum amount of laps. And there was my dad, running along the outside of the track with her. He ran alongside of her the entire time, helping her reach her goal. Grandpa loved his little Gigi. He loved singing and dancing La Cucaracha with her, even though it was a little offbeat. Every morning, he would come to the kitchen after his bike ride and say, Gigi! And she would get so excited. Whenever Grandma had doctor's appointments, Grandpa was in charge. That meant Gigi could play with his glasses and eat endless amounts of cheese. Just last week, she started saying Grandpa. Aww. Hiram, Dad, Grandpa, you will be so missed. Our lives will never be the same. This is truly the hardest thing that has ever happened to me. Everything reminds me of him. I constantly think of him. But Dad loved the Lord, and he was not afraid of death. He lived freely because he said that if you loved the Lord and had him in your heart and knew he was on your side, then there was no reason to live in fear, and that's why he lived his life to the fullest. We would always say that because my dad was such a good person, that he would have a fast pass in heaven. I love you, Dad, and I cannot wait until we meet again.
That was sweet.